On the show, established companies have television sets for over a lakh rupees. And then there are newer companies with TVs for less than half the price. Our experts tell you if they are worth a pick. And to take the television journey forward, we take you on a visit to a TV factory. What goes on behind the scenes? How is a television set made, produced and assembled? Get a peek at it. Affordable deals for smart shoppers. The best products that you can get which will not leave a hole in your pocket.
Now, the one gadget that all companies are betting really big on these days are television sets. Big established giants like LG, Samsung, Sony have some brilliant products with really slim design, great picture quality and of course brilliant display. But then there are newer companies like Le Echo, Infocus, View Television that have some great products at less than half the price. How do they manage it? What are the features that they are compromising on? Are these products worth a pick? Time to find out all that on Unboxed, the ultimate tech buying guide show. And to take this discussion forward, I've got with me Aditya Anand Shah and Rahul Gupta. Thank you so much for joining me on the show today. So, Aditya, what do you think? All these new companies that are kind of coming in, where do they stand? I mean, I won't compare it immediately to the established brands, but how are the products? How are their television sets in particular?
All of these television sets are okay. They would get your job done. But when you go into the finer details, when you delve into the finer details and every feature set, then you would find out that there are few things that the newer players are compromising on. The first thing that I would like to talk about is the refresh rate. When you are watching really high intensity sports, action movies, you need a good refresh rate. So all of these newer televisions have refresh rate locked around 60 Hz or so. When you buy a television like maybe like LG television, Philips television, Sony television, these have 120 Hz or even higher refresh rates. So when you are watching sports or high intensity things, the action sequences won't be blurred out or choppy. But when you are watching the same thing on maybe like one of those televisions by Infocus, VU or other companies like Le Echo, then you might find that at some points there is blurriness, there is choppiness. So these are few of the things, and there is also a thing known as high dynamic range, HDR, and these are the features that all of those new players are compromising on when they bring out a television in such low costs.
Okay. So Rahul, what do you think? Is first of all the comparison fair between a newer player and the established brands like an LG or a Samsung or Sony who've been in the field for years?
Well, it's right to compare the newer brands with the older brands because the older brands, they researched on particular technology. For instance, the OLED technology was actually developed by LG. Now what people are doing is they are taking the technology and they are making products based on that technology. As my friend Aditya rightly said that, you know, refresh rates and stuff in these budget televisions, as I would like to call them. So these budget televisions, yes, they compromise on some bits, but the price that at which these companies are making these products available is like brilliant. For instance, I'll say LG or a Samsung or a Sony 40-inch LCD television or a LED television, for instance, would be somewhere close to about 60 odd thousand rupees. But same technology, same television set, same amount of features is available on a Micromax or a View or an Infocus for almost half the price.
Yes.
Right? So they have to compromise on some bit. But at the same time, they are not compromising, like Aditya said that the refresh rate is low. Well, that is true in the aspect of LCD televisions, right? LCDs have a lower refresh rate, but when it comes to LEDs, the refresh rate problem has been taken care by most of the players because refresh rate is a simple measure how quickly your LCD refreshes or restarts itself to give you that picture. It's a factor of a better LED, the LED module, then your display chip. So all these combine and give you a better picture quality. So blurriness and choppiness that was there in the LCD televisions is not available or not there on the LED televisions anymore. So yeah, comparing them is good, but at the same time compare it, compare apples to apples. Don't compare apples to oranges because price at this price, if LG is giving something similar, I'll be like really happy comparing them.
But for an average user, is that difference really that evident? Does it really come across? Because, I mean, while you're not really watching both the television like an LG or a Le Echo at the same time. But if you're watching a Le Echo television independently, does that difference really come across?
So I'm a tech reviewer. I'm myself using the Le Echo TV since maybe like a week. I didn't find any huge differences while watching content. So a normal user, normal consumer, it's good to go for them. They would find it to be value for money product for them.
Okay. And so if you're going in for a budget television, what are the features that you should kind of consider and not compromise on at all if you're really, kind of purchasing that?
Okay, when you are buying a television, there are only two things that you should always look for: better picture quality and better sound. That's like the simplest of things. But when it comes to better picture quality, there are a couple of areas where you should, really research on before you go ahead and buy a particular television. For instance, many of the companies are now coming with a 0 pixel guarantee, which means that the panel or the screen that you're getting will have a 0 dead pixel, and that guarantee goes up to a year. So the whole warranty period, you won't get a dead pixel on your screen. So if you get that, the company will replace your screen for free. That's one good thing. Secondly, look for screens that have a higher contrast ratio. So the contrast is a measure of difference between the blacks and the whites. So the higher the contrast ratio, the better the picture. And as Aditya said, if you are getting refresh rates of more than 60 Hertz, it's always better. But one of the areas which I personally feel that all the budget televisions which majorly lack is on the sound front, because to make that television so slim, these companies cannot incorporate such high-end speakers which are slim but can deliver that power. So this is one area where most of the budget televisions fail miserably, I'll say, but that can also be taken care by installing a sound bar or an additional set of speakers with that. Interestingly, there is a new brand that is coming to market called Daiwa. So what this company has incorporated in its television, so they have very normal 10-watt speakers on their slim television, which will give you a decent amount of sound. But if you want some big speakers, so they have given you provision to attach external speakers to the television itself. For instance, if you have bigger speakers, you can connect it directly to the television and increase the sound output. Simple as that. So yeah, people are researching a lot on these things and they are giving you good solutions also.
Great. So when you bought your Le Echo television set, what are some of the features that you had in mind before you really purchasing it? What are the features that you would not want to compromise on?
Few of the things that I won't want to compromise on are the 4K support. Everybody wants 4K support. We need a lot of options for inputs. MHL, smart wireless mirroring capability with your smartphone. This is something that I really love and like, because I just come to home from a long day at work. I want to use my smartphone to access content on my television. That is something that I would look forward to in a television. Apart from that, I would want it to be a smart TV. What use is a TV if you can't use it directly off your Wi-Fi? And right now with my Le Echo television, I don't have to spend additional money on DTH or any other provider. I can just stream off my Wi-Fi all of the live channels. So these are few of the things that make the overall television experience worthwhile for me.
And if you care to recommend, which is a good brand that you would care to recommend amongst the budget televisions?
Among the budget televisions, Le Echo as well as VU, both are doing a great job. At the price point at which they are providing their products, the products are really good. You can go for them.
Rahul, what about you? Would you also go with the same recommendation or additions?
Recommendation, I'll come on to the recommendations later on, but as Aditya mentioned that, smart televisions is the next big thing. Absolutely agree to that. But there are these small little devices that can make your existing television a smart television.
TV.
Like a PC stick is there,
yes.
like a Chromecast is there. So you don't really need to spend that much on a smart television. You get the MHL functionality or the inbuilt computer or the media, playback and stuff. Just install that PC stick and you have all the functionality that you want. So yes, so I'll say that if you want, go in for a big screen television. 4K, we don't have that 4K content ready as of now. So full high definition is there. You have DTH players, you have DVD players, you have all the content that is coming online, offline. Everything is available for full high definition. So I think that is the best bet. Go in for a big screen full high definition television, which will cost you close to about 40,000-45,000 rupees. And there are interesting models available from Micromax. Then VU is also there. Daiwa has another big screen television, 55-inch television coming in. So yeah, couple of brands are available at a cheaper price point. If you have that money, invest in a PC stick and go crazy.
Okay, great recommendation there. And moving on from televisions to the deal of the week.
Convertible notebooks are definitely an inserting new category for portable computers, and due to their functional design, they are fast gaining popularity among buyers. One such interesting device comes from the house of HP called the Pavilion X2. This portable computer brings in the benefit of a convertible and a stand-alone tablet in one neat solution. Its flexible hinge design allows users to use it in the notebook mode, tent mode, and when the need arises, it can also be detached completely from its dock and used as a tablet. Loaded with functionality, the HP Pavilion X2 is a great product, and recent price drops has brought it to an interesting price point, making it a perfect deal for this week. The HP Pavilion X2 was priced at 40,000 upwards. However, this convertible notebook is now available at an interesting price of 30,500 rupees, making it a great buy.
And now here is the second-hand buying guide for all those of you who don't want to spend too much money.
Although point and shoot cameras are getting lukewarm response from buyers globally, DSLR cameras are emerging as the ultimate gadget for a photographer at almost similar price point. One such device comes from Canon called the 1200D. This DSLR offers a perfect mix of performance, looks, and the right price point as well. Loaded with an 18-megapixel image sensor and Canon's proprietary image processor, it promises some speedy performance while excellent image quality as well. The camera offers ample image and video capture options that add to its performance. All in all, the 1200D is one of the better budget DSLRs available in the market today. However, if the price of this camera is still a concern, then you can also check out the second-hand market, where the Canon 1200D is available for as low as 15,000 rupees. However, as always, be sure and make sure that the device you purchase is in perfect running condition along with all the official accessories before finalizing the purchase.
Time for a break now. Lots more on the other side, including Quick Fix, where our tech experts are going to take on all your tech queries. Welcome back. This is Unboxed, the ultimate tech buying guide show. Now, we discussed television sets at length in the first segment. Now, what good is that without really going into a factory of one such television company? Now, the Unboxed team got a chance to do just that, and well, this is our experience.
Gone are the days when buying an LED television left a gaping hole in your pocket. With the LED technology getting popular, many Indian brands have started making televisions, further reducing the prices. However, the burning question of the hour is whether these Indian or homegrown brands are worthy of giving competition to international brands. The Unboxed team got a chance to uncover the truth and visit Videotex's LED television manufacturing facility based in Noida to find out how good these devices are in reality.
Everything that goes inside is designed by us. We don't just purchase anything and just put it. So a lot of R&D is gone into it, and the motherboard which goes inside is actually manufactured according to the Indian standard of electricity. So in India, we know that there's a lot of voltage fluctuation. So our board are actually designed to absorb that fluctuation, and that's what a customer wants. They want the worth. They want the product to be worth it. If they're willing to spend so much, they want it to be long lasting, and especially when it's a new brand entering the market.
The company has invested a lot in improving the production and product quality, and for that they have installed a clean room where sensitive electronic components such as the LED panel, LED modules and display modules are installed in a dust-free environment. While most components are imported from manufacturers outside India to reduce cost, the components are sourced from bigger global players such as Innolux and Samsung, to name a few. With this, the brands can ensure quality while keeping the cost of production low. All the components are then assembled with ultra-modern machines and are then thoroughly using both automated machines and then verifying physically to ensure optimal working.
So before a product is actually dispatched from our factory, it goes from at least 30 checks. So quality is something we never compromise on, and with such great facilities, we want to tell our customers that we are not behind. India is a leading market.
While the brands are eyeing reduced costs, they are paying special attention towards environment as well. All the machines and the components used in the making rely on RoHS standards and conform to them. Another advantage of making devices in the country is that they can test the device for the exact conditions the devices have to work in. To ensure trouble-free working, Videotex has invested in a special aging machine, which is the only one in the region as of now. This machine tests electronic components and stresses them with high and low voltages under varied temperatures. If any component goes bad, it is rejected straight away, while the ones who pass the test move on for further assembly.
Once it's out of the soldering machine, it goes through a lot of visual checks, then it goes through a lot of voltage and current checks, and after that it goes to our aging machine. That's the first machine in India which does an extra aging of 2 hours. So it's like basically you put 300 LED TVs at once in a machine and you check it for 2 hours at different voltage levels, from 90 volts up to 300 volts, and at a lot of different temperatures up to 50 degrees. So and after that it goes through another testing routine, which is the video board testing, and there all the sources are checked, and then once that's okay, it gets a sticker that it's checked, and then it goes to the final assembly line.
With attention to detail and quality control at each step, Indian brands are giving a fierce competition to international brands. And while the prices of these televisions might be lower than international counterparts, there are no compromises on the quality.
And now time for Quick Fix. Let's take a look at our viewers' question.
Which economical Wi-Fi printer should I buy? My budget is around 5,000 rupees. Does it make sense to buy a second-hand printer?
So an economical Wi-Fi printer, budget about 5,000 rupees. Any good recommendations?
I would suggest the Canon Pixma 3000 series. In that series, you get really good budget printers in maybe like 4,000 rupees.
Okay.
And without breaking the bank, you get good picture quality and large number of prints.
Okay. Also, this person really wants to know, are second-hand printers, do they kind of make sense? What do you think?
See, if you are going in for a Canon printer, then I would say that refrain from buying a second-hand Canon printer, because mostly what happens with these budget printers, the printing head is with the printer. So the more you use it, the more it gets spoiled. So for this kind of a budget, I'll say that the HP all-in-one 4000 series is a good enough printer for about 4,000, 5,000 rupees. It has all the Wi-Fi features, scanner capability, photo printing. Even I think you can send digital faxes and all. But at the same time, there's another counter argument to that. But see, with inkjet printers, the printing capacity of a particular cartridge is very low. So if you are taking full page prints, or if you are printing photographs, you'll get probably somewhere close to about 20 or 25 of them, and your cartridge is gone, which costs about 400 to 500 rupees. So if you have the budget, if you are spending close to about 5,000 rupees, why not increase it a little more and go in for a laser jet printer, which will give you much more yield per cartridge. So you're looking at somewhere close to 1,000 to 2,000 prints per cartridge. So that's kind of a difference, and that's like a sideline comment if the person wants to invest in a laser jet versus an inkjet printer.
Okay, great advice there and great options that are available. Second-hand printers, not really that advisable. Well, I do hope that all your tech queries have been answered. That's all on the show today. Do write to us with your feedback on primetech@ndtv.com. We will see you next week.